A tussle over state-owned houses in Lae has become the center of attention over the past 3 weeks following dealings between the National Housing Corporation and a company owned by a neutralized citizen.
I don't know why my name was mentioned.
The case between the company KC2 and the NHC has raised serious questions about the conduct of government officers allegedly selling of properties. Last month, 2 families were evicted from this property at Lae's Common Street. When we arrived at the scene, there were guards securing the area. When we asked who contracted them, they named the company KC2.
The previous management has sold some properties to KC2.
We met with the NHC Regional Manager Andrew Agui and the Acting Provincial Manager Matthew Limu, who gave us reasons for evicting the tenants. They said the sitting tenants had outstanding rentals. When we asked them what would happen to the vacant property, they said the NHC management in Port Moresby would make a decision to hand it over to Mei Lin, the owner of KC2. This was to offset debts that the NHC had with Mei Lin after she bought a NHC house but wasn't given the property.
And it's the prerogative of the management. Whether we sell or we lease it out again, it's the administrative function of the National Housing Corporation. And I don't have the authority to say whether we sell or we release again to lease out again. So we are awaiting for the management to come back to us on the next course of action.
Some of the sales has been done some 4 or 5 years back. And the purchaser is so keen to take his property, get his property. And there was no one to assist. So what we are doing is we have been assisting them to take vacant possession. That is the prerogative of the NHC to give them vacant possession.
Patients all kiss him, money, blame. All blame money. So you mean what? You mean bad?
This is not the first NHC property in Lae that has been sold to KC2. In 2018, the families that lived in these units were evicted. They were long-term tenants and the families of 2 public servants, Levi Korakipa and Amos Tarali. This man, Lucas Wipe, claimed he bought the property 4 years earlier.
Me pay my 500,000 to National Housing Commission, half a million, and contract of sales, total transfer, everything, and all it again, all giving me. So that me all him.
However, the matter listed before the court was between the 2 families, the Korakipers and the Taralis, versus KC2. The KC2 NHC deal that suffers from the current eviction caused tenants who have been victims of NHC evictions to write a petition calling for investigations into the NHC Lae office. They met with Lae MP and Minister for Lands John Rosso and handed him the petition addressed to the Housing Minister, Justin Tkatchenko.
The victims of systems not being done properly. And we have to hear both sides of the story. But as a member for Lae, I'm very, very concerned about this. And I will definitely, if there's any impropriety, I will definitely bring it to the attention of the Housing Minister.
All eviction to be ceased, blanket ban to evictions in Lae City. I'm number 1. Number 2, titles transfer to long-term tenants. NHC to work with Lands Department, na give him title, you go back to all this family.
So we are going to conduct a preliminary investigation into this to get the facts in regards to what is happening.
A week later, Northern Governor and Chair of Special Parliamentary Committee, Gary Jufa, responded saying the committee would investigate the NHC issues and would refer the matter to the Housing Minister with recommendations for them to take action.
We have spoken to the Managing Director, Acting Managing Director, Mrs. Elizabeth Bowada, and the Minister, and they have both been very cooperative. They've given all the information. We met with Ms. Bowada, and our inquiries indicate that the National Housing Commission does have some issues, but the Executive and the Minister are taking necessary steps to rectify these issues. So
he said one issue of great concern is how state properties under the National Housing Corporation are purportedly being sold to individuals. Governor Jufa's statement on the media forced KC2's owner Mei Lin to respond to these reports. She denied purchasing the Comrade property. However, she confirmed the KC2 NHC arrangement made to offset the debts NHC has with their company.
How they look for the house and give it to me is their business, not my business. I'm not NHC. I'm not suffering. Whoever pay can't even moving. I need my money back. Oh, give me the house. That's all.
She's apparently paid the funds but not received the properties or titles. And this is where the confusion came up, where these management of NHC and Lae tried to compensate and ensure that we get this property sorted out quickly.
On Wednesday, Housing Minister Justin Tkatchenko responded saying the KC2 NHC deal is illegal. He said the deal was made during the previous management under John Degge. The Comrade eviction in Lae is just one of several other evictions that EMTV Lae has been covering over the past 4 years. Most of the evictions are done to vulnerable families, and the reasons often given by the NHC is because of rental areas. However, the office doesn't have a modern recording system. Minister Tkatchenko said, as a state agency, the NHC needs to collect rentals to function. According to Tkatchenko, tenants owe the NHC millions of kina. He said if NHC evictions are being conducted based on rental areas or illegal occupation, they are justified.
People are having a holiday living freely in government National Housing Corporation properties.
In response to the petition by NHC tenants in Lae, Tkatchenko said the cases are being investigated and the department is taking stock of NHC properties, starting with Port Moresby and Lae. Because some tenants have been found to be occupying houses illegally and making illegal purchases with NHC officers, it is important to identify and work with cases that are genuine.
That is currently being done at the moment. The investigation process to ensure the right tenants are given the property is very important. There's a lot of con people out there trying to steal properties underneath genuine tenants.
He added that officers implicated in the illegal sale of NHC properties will be dealt with. Meanwhile, the Special Parliamentary Committee has requested the owner of KC2, Mei Lin, to be part of an informal parliamentary committee hearing in Port Moresby on Monday, April 26. This is part of the committee's inquiry into the National Housing Corporation and KC2's deal.